let us start Surds and indices of session 2, because whatever we have discussed in the morning session, we have discussed some easy level questions. We will slowly scale up the level of difficulty in my particular class which I am taking right now. Right now, listen to this carefully, sir. I will start with the first session or the first question of this session 2. Listen to this carefully. Your first question is a very easy question. Once again, I will start with easy question. Slowly I will scale up the level. Suppose your question is, if a root 2 plus b root 3 is equal to root of 98 plus root of 108 plus root of 48, sorry, minus root of 48, right, minus root of 48, root of 98 plus root of 108 minus root of 48, it is minus root of 48, and then the last term is minus root of 72, right, minus root of 72. Then your question is, find the values of a and b, right, find the values of a and b. Now listen to this carefully, sir. You need to find the values of a and b given the question says that, or the condition given is a root 2 plus b root 3 is nothing but something which is given on the right hand side of the screen, right. Listen carefully, sir. Listen to this carefully, sir. Same logic what I implemented in the morning class. Morning we discussed varieties of questions similar to this. Suppose I want to find a root 98. Root 98, because it is a square root, inside the square root, try to express it as a perfect square so that it will be cancelling and then you will get a whole number along with a third. So 98 is 49 into 2. 2 is not a perfect square, that is okay. I will keep that root 2 as it is, but root 49 is a perfect square. At least I made it one term come outside and write it as a whole number. So root 98 is 7 root 2. Similarly, root of 108. Root of 108 can be written as 108 is 36 into 3. Root 36 is 6. Root 3 is like that only I will write. Similarly, root 48. Root 48 is nothing but I can write it as 16 into 3. So this is 16 square root is 4. It is 4 root 3. And the last term is root 72. Root 72 can be written as root of 36 into 2. Root 36 is 6. It is 6 root 2. What is that they are asking you in the question? They are asking you find the value of a and b, right? Find the value of a and b. Can I say it like this? Root 98 is 7 root 2. Root 48 is 4. Which one? Root 72 is 6 root 2. 7 root 2 is this term. 6 root 2 is this term with a negative sign. 7 root 2 minus 6 root 2 is, it is 1 root 2, right? It is 1 root 2. Similarly, root of 108, let me use a different color. Root of 108 is 6 root 3. Root of 48 is 4 root 3 with a negative sign. So it is 6 root 3 minus 4 root 3. It is nothing but how much? It is 2 root 3. So it is plus 2 root 3. Compare with the equation or whatever which is given in the left hand side. It is a root 2. Right hand side is 1 root 2. In place of a you have 1. Similarly, this is b root 2. Right hand side is b root 3. Right hand side is 2 root 3. In place of b you have 2. Answer for this question is a value is 1, b value is 2. Very easy question to start with. Slowly let me scale up the level of difficulty, sir. Let me scale up the level of difficulty very slowly. See here, this is the second question. Very good question once again. Kindly do not write anything. First listen carefully, sir. Second question, very good question. Your question is, let cube root of a is equal to, let cube root of a is equal to cube root of 26 plus cube root of 7 plus cube root of 7 plus cube root of 63. Cube root of a is equal to cube root of 26 plus cube root of 7 plus cube root of 63. Then what are the possible values out of the given option in the question, right? Then which is the possible correct answer in the question? Then first option is a is less than 729 but a is also greater than 216. This is my first option. Second option is a is less than 729 only. A is only less than 729. That is the only condition which will satisfy for a. Third option is a is less than 216. Fourth option is A is greater than 729, and the last option is A is equal to 729. Very good question. Please put a star mark for this question, sir. Please put a star mark for this question. Now listen carefully. Do not write anything. First listen to how I will solve this question, so that you will understand how you can solve it when it comes in an examination hall. Now listen carefully, sir. Listen carefully. Can I say that the condition given in the question is cube root of A is equal to cube root of 26 plus cube root of 7 plus cube root of 7 plus cube root of 63, right? This is the condition which is given in the question. Now listen carefully, sir. This is exactly whatever is written on the right hand side. Can I say that cube root of 26, it is less than cube root of 27, right? Cube root of 26 is less than cube root of 27. Cube root of 7, it is also less than cube root of 8. Cube root of 63 is also less than cube root of 64. That means, can I say that cube root of 27 is nothing but 3. Cube root of 8 is nothing but 2. Cube root of 64 is nothing but 4. Its total value is 9. Can I say that this particular value on the left hand side, which is nothing but cube root of A, this cube root of A is less than which value? It is less than, definitely less than 9. Cube root of A is definitely less than 9. If I cube it, so A will be less than 9 cube. If A is less than 9 cube is nothing but 729. That means A is definitely less than 729, right? A is definitely less than 729. If you see the answer options, first option is correct, second option is also correct, but in the second option they are saying A is less than 729 only. That means that is the only condition for A, and in the first option the other condition for A is greater than 216. Now let us check it out whether A is greater than 216 or not greater than 216. If I find this condition, then I can easily mark either option A or option B. Anyway, the last three options are eliminated, right? Now see here how to check whether A is greater than 216 or less than 216. Again I will implement the same condition. Cube root of A is given as cube root of 26 plus cube root of 7 plus cube root of 63, right? Cube root of 63, and it is given in the first option that it is given as greater than sign. Can I say that cube root of 26, what is the perfect cube before 26? It is 8. It is greater than cube root of 8. Cube root of 26 is definitely greater than cube root of 8, plus the perfect cube before 7 is 1. Cube root of 7 is definitely greater than cube root of 1, and similarly cube root of 63 is again definitely greater than cube root of 27. Can I say that cube root of 8 is 2, cube root of 1 is 1, cube root of 27 is 3, it is 6. That means cube root of A is definitely greater than which value? Greater than 6. So A will be greater than 6 cube 216. That means, can I say that A is less than 729 is also true. A is greater than 216 is also true. That means my answer is answer option A. It is not answer option B. Idea should be very clear for my students, sir. This is how you should be very smart in saving your time in solving these kind of questions. Whenever the question is asking in terms of ranges, greater than or less than or whatever it is. I hope the idea is clear. A should be greater than 216. A is also less than 729. That means that the one which is satisfying both these criteria is nothing but it is option A. Option A is the option which is satisfying both of these criteria. Third question of today's class. Now see here, sir. Suppose for example, again a very easy question. Suppose for example your question is by how much 7 is or by, I can write like this, by how much does 7 exceed 2, right? By how much does 7 exceed 2? Now if I write this kind of question, what is the meaning of this? 7 is greater than 2 by how many units? That is what they are saying in number system. 7 is greater than 2 by how many units? 7 is greater than 2 by actually how many units? 5 units. How will you get it 5? That 5 is nothing but 7 minus 2, right? That 5 is nothing but 7 minus 2. This should be the answer. Same thing if it is given in terms of surds. Same thing if it is given in terms of surds. For example, by how much, your question is by how much does root 18, so root 12 plus root 18 exceed, by how much does root 12 plus root 18 exceed root 3 plus root 2, right? By how much does root 12 plus root 18 exceed root 3 plus root 2? Same ideology or same analogy I will implement once again. Can I say that this 7 is nothing but root 12 plus root 18? Substitute. You need not substitute. I am just teaching you in this method. Root 12 plus root 18 minus this root 3 plus root 2 is nothing but this 2 in my example. So substitute. Root 3 plus root 2 is what I need to write here, and then simplify it. Root 12 is nothing but 4 into 3. It is 2 root 3. This is 9 into 2, it is 3 root 2, and this is minus root 3, this is minus root 2. 2 root 3 minus root 3 is root 3. 3 root 2 minus root 2 is plus 2 root 2. Answer for this question is the first term is exceeding the second term by root 3 plus 2 root 2 units. First term, it is exceeding the second term by root 3 plus 2 root 2 units. I hope the idea is very, very clear, sir. Slowly I will scale up the level of difficulty. Just keep on listening to the class.